What's going on, everybody? It's my day off, so I've decided to do a reading. I was super tired. I've like fucking done the groceries. I ate a roast. Oh my god. You just get a day off and like I wasn't even gonna do a reading, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to look at all the readings on YouTube, and I'm like, I gotta do a reading. So Pisces, you are welcome. All right. It's not necessarily even for Pisces people. It's just the energy of Pisces. It's kind of like the way that I saw it was like obviously like one of the biggest messages that came out of my readings so far was last night's message for Aquarius, because Aquarius is connection, right? It's connection. So it a lot of times can just be the energy of the sign, which I often try to tell people, please, it is the energy of the signs. It isn't necessarily just for you because you're Cancer or Virgo or Capricorn, you know? Ooh, yeah, I'm starting to get hot. Here we go. Here we go. Table resonates with you at this time and leave what doesn't. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Pisces energy. November 14th. There we go. I gotta open up this window. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. These windows in this stupid fucking apartment are redonkulous. Can I move that? So all of a sudden it looks a little bit darker, doesn't it? Oh, these stupid fucking windows. Is that better? Yes. Okay, here we go. I need some fucking cold air on me. Oh my god. Yes, this is what I need right now. I need a nice chill. Okay. Upon my flesh, within thy bones, quivers a crawling, frozen in numbness. Shall I ignore or shall I bestow it? A frozen knowing looks back at thy soul. Cold moon, take with thy dearest of moments, release me from their tongue and nourish me with light. And then with the unknown, think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. It's like somebody doesn't know something. Yeah, that's why we watch tarot readings, people. It's because something we don't know. Whoa. I'm just going to let you notice, out of 50 cards, we got 2 cards that have the word snake on them under this chills. It's like somebody doesn't know This is a very tricky message. Money? It's like, you know what I'm getting? Okay, so we've got girl with the snake stabbed in the back with house of cards. Somebody used somebody's name. And it's like somebody has an enemy that is trying to stab them in the back. And it's something to do with money. It's like, I don't know if this person is trying to get your job, trying to fuck with your stability, and the universe is trying to get your name out of their mouth. Because whoever this person is, okay, let's bring them up with tarot, because tarot is good with like personality traits and shit. So let's go with this. Who's this person that did these bad things? Okay. So I'm going to tell you the scenario that happened on the weekend, because I'm pretty sure that this is like wrapping into that, because you got to understand this scenario. Okay, so I work at this place that has been around in my town for a really long time. Okay, like 20 years. Okay, different owners and stuff over the years, but it's been around for 20 years. So this guy and his girlfriend come in, and he's kind of like known around the town. Okay, and he comes in. I just started at the place where I'm at the time where I first met him. Okay, I served him. He, the wrong size of lattice fries came out, and he fucking lost it. And he was like, $7.99, this is fucking bullshit. I'm calling Al right now. He can fucking deal with this for me. And I was like, okay, like, what's going on? Like, I didn't even know he was calling. I didn't know anybody, okay? I just started there, and I'm like, what is this guy talking about? So anyways, the weeks went on, and then I served him and his girlfriend again, and they had just gotten back from a weekend kind of excursion, okay? They didn't really go far from their house, but they went out to like some hotel or whatever in like the woods and spent the weekend, or some cabin or something like that. So then they came and saw me on Sunday afternoon when they got back into town. And I had another bartender come in while I was serving these people, and he changed the tab on me. So he changed the tab, so I didn't know whose tab it was. So when the guy came to pay, I gave him a different tab of where he was originally sitting. I didn't know that the guy I was working with changed it. So I gave him the wrong tab. So he ended up going home with like, he went home with 4 take-home beers, which was $20, and then he walked home with my tip. Basically, okay? Because when we figured out that something had happened, we realized this guy only paid $40 when his tab was $70. So it costed me, this guy then costed me $30 because I had to cover that. Okay? I don't really know why, but I had to cover it at the time. So I'm covering this guy's $20-$30 for the last like 4 weeks or so. And it's to the point where I'm like, you know what? I didn't even really care if I saw the $20 again, but then all of a sudden he comes in, okay, on Friday night. But when I walked up to him, it looked like he was already possessed. Okay, his eyes were black. It was Friday night. Clearly he'd already been drinking, and he let this succubus come into him, okay? Clearly, a lot of men have these succubus energies, and they're these feminine demons that they're like feeding off these men. And what they're doing is they're castrating these men because they're taking all the testosterone out of them, okay? So they're demasculating men is what these feminine demons are doing. So he was like, fuck you. You fucking brought the bill to us. You got us to pay. And he's swearing at me like this, okay? In the middle of a Friday night when my entire bar is fucking rushed with people. He's telling me to go fuck myself, that I'm a retard. I'm the one who did it. I work there. It's not his fucking responsibility. Then I remember that it's her that paid the bill. It wasn't him. And then I remembered her smirking while she was paying the bill as if she knew she was getting something for free. And I'm thinking, okay, so you've spent 20 years at this fucking restaurant or this pub or this place and this, in this city, okay? And you think that you can steal from them? Because what did he do? He walked out. They knew they didn't pay for the beer. I can't prove that, but they're both in the industry. You know how much you're drinking. You know your fucking bill. Ballpark, okay? They walked out as if they got a freebie. And I paid for that. So nobody got a freebie. I don't pay for people to fucking drink alcohol. People pay me so they can drink. Totally different, right? So he goes to my boss. He tells my boss that I ran up to him and I asked him for $20. I demasculated him in front of his girlfriend. Blah, blah, blah. So my boss comes and talks to me. He's like, Whitney, like, we don't really do that here. Like if he owes you money, just say it to me and I'll go get it. And I was like, he called me a fucking retard. And he goes, what? I go, he swore at me. Like, he went off on me. And my boss, he had already been drinking, so he didn't really understand what had happened. So he's like, okay, we're going to talk about this a different time. Then an hour later, this is karma for you. An hour later, so his girlfriend at the time, her ex-boyfriend walked in with his new girlfriend. And by new, I mean they've been together for 2 years. He waits for this guy to get out of the bathroom, starts chirping him like a motherfucker. Chirp, 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 chirp. Because I told you, he was in a really pissed off mood. He was black-eyed. He was out for vengeance, this guy, that night, okay? He got punched in the face and he got kicked out because he antagonized it. Because whatever this fucking feminine succubus is doing, it's making him feel like he's less of a man. So when you've got a demon, or when you're dealing with somebody who's got a demon in their life, they've got a succubus on them, and it's taken everything from them. What these people are doing, they're going out and they're attacking you and I. Because they're not getting what they want out of their real life because this demon is sucking them dry. So then they go out and they hurt other people. And you know those drunk people that are black-eyed. You walk up to them and they don't even fucking know what's going on. They're just ready to kill something because that alcohol has gotten into them. They know they're being used. They know they're being demasculated, and they don't know how to take it out because they should be taking it out on the demon that's in another dimension. But instead they take it out, especially if it's men, they'll take it out on all the women around them. Clearly he took it out on his girlfriends, on his current girlfriend's ex-boyfriend, because she had had sex with him. And he was the only person in the bar his girlfriend had fucked. And he didn't like that. And he got punched in the face. That's how karma works. You want to go up to somebody and start a fight with them after you stole from them? He stole from our restaurant. I don't even know why my boss cares about it. I'm like, yo, he pulled a fast one. And you want him around? Why would you do that? When I talk to my other fucking regulars, when they miss their tab or they walk out because they've been there for 4 hours and they forgot that they didn't pay, they are running in there to pay their bill. We're their local watering hole. Why would you not pay your bill? And this motherfucker calls me a fucking retard in a full bar and says that I demasculated him. I didn't even ask him for the money back. I barely even got started on my conversation. I was so happy to see them because it had been a couple weeks, and I was excited to see them because I thought they were nice people. And then I said that I messed up everything, and then that there was still $20 owed, and he was like, "Fuck you, I'm not giving it to you." Okay, so there's like, I had to tell that story because that story just like came bouncing into my head. Okay. Oh my God. Look what I got on the bottom of the deck right now. Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. And look what's right beside it. The fucking 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay. It's like, oh my God, look at that. Holy shit. There's the wheel. there's the fucking Chariot. And then there's this person not being able to go anywhere. And then their back goes against the wall. Okay, because it's like, I feel, you know what I'm feeling is I feel like somebody recently tried to fuck with you and they went behind your back and they went to somebody else because it all had to do with money. Okay, all has to do with money. Just like I said, this guy just didn't want to pay his $20 after he just went out and spent $1,000 or $700 on this stupid fucking cabin all weekend. You can't pay $20 for your beer that you took home to drink afterwards because you can't live a sober life. I don't pay for people to drink. Okay, and it's fucking rude to ever think that a restaurant should pay for you to be there. It's a luxury. You don't get to just make the restaurant pay for you. No. Okay, so somebody has massively been stabbed in the back here. And I'm trying to understand this because it's not easy to explain with these cards. It's like, because this person, okay, whoever is being used and who's trying to fuck with you, what they're trying to do is they see you as the enemy when they don't even realize that the enemy is in their own life. It's under their own skin. They're their own enemy, but they're pushing their energy out because that's what people want to do. They want to push their energy out to people. Like, okay, I haven't had hot water in my unit since last Monday. So I told my boss, okay, any landlord, anybody that you give money to, you're basically working for in another dimension. Okay. So I tell my fucking landlord about this. I'm like, listen, we have no fucking hot water. He didn't listen to me. He didn't pay attention. He didn't listen. So he didn't call the hot water company till 2 days fucking later that they had to order a part, which then makes I have to wait all fucking weekend. And now it's fucking Tuesday and it's still not fucking fixed. So I told him flat out, either we renegotiate the price of this fucking apartment because it's not worth what I'm paying, or I'm leaving because I don't got to be here. And that's what you've got to realize. If this is a fucking landlord who's trying to steal money from you, they need you more than you need them. And that's what people got to realize. Anybody that's paying you, okay, they have to, like, I mean, with a job, you know, someone's trying to fuck your job up, right? And they're trying to take that payee away from you. They're not allowed to do that. Karmically, they're not allowed to do it. It doesn't matter what anybody says, doesn't matter how anybody thinks. They're not allowed to fucking fuck with your work. They're not allowed to fuck with your money. They're not allowed to fuck with your finances, with your home, with your income, with nothing. No one's allowed to fuck with your shit. Put it that way. But people get angry, okay? Because all of a sudden, you didn't want to work with somebody. All of a sudden, this was 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is why this person did it. It's almost because you didn't want to give all your money to them. Okay? So they went out, okay, with an idea. Not even the fucking truth. It was an idea. They didn't know what actually happened. But then they turned around and blamed it all on you. Just like, I mean, I actually talked to one of this guy's buddies. And I was like, oh, you know, he walked out on $20, but like, that's okay. And his buddy actually wanted to pay for him. He was like, oh, I'll just give you the money. And I was like, I'm not going to get you to do that. I'm not going to get you to pay for him. Like, I know he'll come in. I know he'll pay. And he didn't. So guess what happened? So I'm at work. This would be a couple days later. Okay, I'm at work and it's so dead. No one's in there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to power clean this bitch. I'm going to clean everything that's in this fucking bar because that's what I do. I clean. I'm a worker. I don't just sit around on my phone trying to get paid. I work for my money. Okay, so I'm up there. I'm up on bar stools. I'm cleaning dust off of things. I'm taking layers and layers of dust off of things that nobody has taken care of for a very long time. And I find $20. The exact amount of money that motherfucker owed me. And this is how honest I am. I tell my boss about it because my boss is the only one that's been there for God. Like this $20 bill had dust on it. It had been up where it was for so long. So I told my boss about it. I was like, hey man, I was cleaning and I found this $20. Like, did you put it up there? And he goes, ha, I probably did. And then I was like, what's with a little fucking smirk? Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'll hide money sometimes if people say that they clean. And I go, what? And he goes, well, you know, my brother said that he cleaned the bathrooms and I called him out on it. He said he cleaned them. So I put a $50 bill on the toilet or on the back of the wall or something like that. A week later, it was still there. He goes, yeah, like you cleaned the bathrooms. So I now find out that my boss actually physically hides money around. So if people clean, they find it. And it's not like he doesn't just put it, it's not an Easter egg hunt. But if you say you're cleaning something, he'll make sure it gets done. Because you'll find the money if you do it properly. Okay, so that's how much the restaurant physically did not want me to pay for that guy's beer. It was like a 4-week cycle or like a 3-week cycle that finally had to get played out. Like, oh, look at, she doesn't want to do this, or like somebody saying something in some fucking dimension that I don't want to work with people. and that I'm greasy and I'm trying to steal from them. And it got played out that actually it was him in the wrong. And of course it's him in the wrong. Who's sober? Who's drunk? If someone's sober and someone's drunk and the drunk person is acting like an obnoxious fucking asshole and the sober person is crying, you might want to listen to the sober person, because the obnoxious drunk is possessed and being an obnoxious drunk. And I'm glad he got punched out, because by getting punched out, it might have actually kicked the succubus out of him. Because like succubuses will leave you if you cry, right? Crying is a way that you can release your temple and you can release the things that are hiding inside of it, because it's a water release. These things they run off your emotions. They run off of how you're feeling that day and how tempered up you can get. You know, like you ever, like, and after I talked to a couple people about this guy, because I just didn't understand why he called me a fucking retard and said that I fucked it all up and that it was on me. And they were like, oh, yeah, I've found that guy numerous times and I've had to tell him to go outside for a cigarette and calm down because he looks like he's going to kill somebody. Those kind of people don't mesh well with me. I don't like people who threaten people. I don't like bullies. I don't like people that make you feel like, okay, you know what my landlord did? Okay, so I've been yelling at my landlord and I don't even want to. It makes me so uncomfortable. I'm high stress. I have a heart problem. I can't be yelling at people. But the only way that my landlord does something is if I fucking yell at him. So I finally fucking lost it on him. And I finally said to him, like, listen, I am spent. I am done. You officially pissed all over me. You marked your territory. You marked your territory on a 37-year-old woman who's been paying you $2,000 a month to stay in her apartment. You really showed me. And that's what my dream. He ended up showing up in my dreams. And then he comes over with a man because he thinks that I'm going to hurt him. So he shows up with his little buddy today to make sure that our hot water's actually not working. When there's been 5 or 6 different guys that have come in here to look at it, all saying that it's busted and he needs a new hot water tank. But he won't get one because he's a cheap ass motherfucker that just keeps thinking that he can jump these little hoops. Well, I'm and my sister are paying him this much money. I don't fucking think so. I've already talked to 3 other people that have fucking apartments available right now that I could move. I just don't want to because I just moved here. So why do I want to move again? I want to hold my shit down because, yeah, okay, shit can go down here, then you can move and it can all happen somewhere else. People think they're going to find something perfect. Guess what? You're not. Sometimes, especially with us, we get put in these situations where we have to deal with crooked ass motherfuckers who are fucking people over. They come, they fuck with you, and that's it. It's done. They don't ever get to fuck with somebody again. He's on his last house. He had 10 houses at one point that he was owning and managing and landlording and sending out. And now he's got 1 house left. Okay, and then he lives in the second one. So that's it. That's all he has. Out of 10 houses, he's got fucking 2 left altogether, including the one that he lives in. So honestly, keep it up. And then I started reading fucking newspaper articles. I Googled his name. Google your fucking landlord's name. Okay, or your boss's name. Honestly, there was like 4 or 5 different newspaper clippings from our town that my landlord's name was in, that where he purposely fucked over his tenants and did things that were against the law. Okay, so and then he comes over with his buddy like I'm gonna hurt him. I'm like, it's so easy for people to do that. He's always going, I'm sorry, it's not my fault, it's not my excuse. It's always making up excuses as to why things don't get done. Like, it's not my fault. So you're telling me that if it's not your fault, you're putting it on me. You can't put it on a company that didn't show up because you didn't call them, right? So somebody always wants to deflect things, right? There's always those lazy people. And you know what his favorite thing to say is? Oh, that's easy. It'll only take me 2 seconds. I'll do it later. And then he never does it because he claims it's easy and it won't take long. So he doesn't do it. Does that make sense to you? No, it doesn't. But there's people who cheat. Okay, they cheat because they think they've got all this independence. Oh, I'm independent. I've got my own money. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if my landlord didn't get my rent check every month, he wouldn't be able to afford where he lives. Because every single person that lives in this unit on the front, including the one that he lives in, are all on the system. They all get checks from the government. I am the only one, my sister and I are the only 2 people that pay actual rent. And he's still fucking us over. You want a big boy apartment with big girls who are honest and not drug dealers? You actually have to fucking pay for it, bud. right? It's like somebody didn't want to get into the big boy or big girl game. You know, they didn't want to step on their own. They wanted to keep stepping on other people to get to where they are. So that's why there's the snake. It's this hand of cards. It's something that somebody just keeps doing around you, and they don't know for sure. Like, they don't know for sure if it's going to happen. And then when they do it, they don't know if they're going to get caught, but it's a thrill to fuck you over. It's a thrill to take things from you. It's a thrill to hate you, because then they know they get away with everything, because then you go out and you start hurting people because you're getting hurt, right? And that's why I had to shut it down with my landlord. I'm like, you officially win. This is what you want. You want to hurt women. And it's not even women. He says he's got all this respect for women. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have respect for anybody, let alone women. Right? So it's like, you got to watch the people who are just talk. Well, I can do this and I can do that. Yeah, but you're just standing there. You're talk, but you don't know how to walk. Because if you were walking, you wouldn't be talking right now, because you would be out of breath. Right? So now I've got that song, One Way or Another, I'm going to get you. I swear to God, one way or another, the universe was going to get this person. But it just so happened that they had to get put into your, I don't know, direct runway, direct path. So then you could almost, honestly, you know what I kind of just saw in my third eye? Like duck hunt, right? It's like you all of a sudden, like, there was just one person that was going to cross your path that was going to try to fuck with you. They were going to try to take your job, take your house, take your money, take your apartment, if you're on welfare or something like that, they were going to try to take your husband that's not on welfare, you know, or on disability or something like that. They were trying to fuck somebody over because it all had to do with money. And now I'm actually getting the chills, which is the original card. Okay. So it's like, I don't know if this person, I don't know if this person dated you. I don't know if this is your parents. It's this Queen of Wands that was attached to this relationship. And she is giving me chills right now. Upon my flesh, within thy bones quivers a crawling, frozen in numbness. Shall I ignore or shall I bestow it? A frozen knowing looks back at thy soul. It's like, I swear to God, you look at this person and it's just, you just know they're fucking you over. I think that's what it is. It's like, you just know that when you look at this person, something's wrong. This person is giving you identifying factors that they're fully 100% stabbing you in the back right in front of your face. Okay? But it's so unknown to you because you don't understand why this person hates you as much as you do, because you didn't do anything to them. And that's right. You didn't do anything to them. This is all karma. This was karmically lined up to happen to you at this exact time to deal with this person, because this person has been waiting to fuck people over. They won't do anything for themselves. They won't get themselves to a better place. They won't help themselves. They constantly want to dabble in fucking other people over, because by fucking other people over, they don't know exactly what they're going to get. They just know they're going to get something, right? It's like... It's like, you know, those magic bags that you used to get at like the convenience stores where it's like you paid like $2 for them or $3 for them or something like that. And they came with like a toy and some snacks, and like sometimes they came with like a bag of chips or something, and it was like a surprise bag. Like you really didn't know what you were going to get inside of it, but you bought it anyways because it was fun and it was exciting, and it was like, what's going to be in my fun bag? You know, I remember my parents buying them, I think for some like birthday party that I had when I was younger, and they just gave them those bags as they were walking out, you know, I feel like this person, every time they cultivated to do something and to hurt somebody, it was a surprise gift bag, and they would give it to themselves and they would have no idea what was in it, right? But they just knew that it was a part of your life that they could take. And I'm going to tell you right now that I have this overwhelming feeling that this is actually not going to get to fruition like they think it is. Okay. Yeah. This backstabber, okay, they're gossiping, whatever it is that they're doing, whatever it is, however it is that they're trying to take your money, it's not working. Okay. Oh my God. Look at this. These are my cards, so I know how to read them quite nicely. And look at, we got yes in reverse with gossiping, backstabbing in reverse, and narcissist. So they absolutely, with this Queen of Wands in reverse, this person was absolutely 100% backstabbing you and talking about you and trying to get people to change their perspective on you, trying to get people to break up with you, trying to get people to get away from you, because they're a one-sided, obnoxious idiot. They think the entire world fucking revolves around them. And guess what? You know what we do to those little entitled people? We bar them. We ban them. They're the ones that get fired, quite frankly. Like, I watched him get punched in the face. And then with my landlord, speak of the fucking devil. So this was 2 weeks ago. He fucked us over with something else and he didn't pull through. And he also left his cat here for like 6 weeks, which I thought was actually going to end up being our cat because he never came and picked him up. He just dropped a kitten off here and fucking left and never came back. And we were like, so I go to drop the cat off or whatever. Of course, he's obnoxious. He doesn't fucking answer the phone. He doesn't fucking come and pick up his cat. He waits to the very last fucking second before my sister's losing it on the phone going, come and get this fucking animal right now. I'm just putting him outside because you're fucked. You live right next door. There's no fucking reason why you made somebody wait 6 hours to come over and get your fucking cat back. He got stabbed in the back. Okay. And then he goes, I got stabbed, which is why he couldn't come work on my apartment. Okay. 8 weeks later, after he said he was going to, he got stabbed and said that, oh, I can't come over. I got stabbed. I'm like, okay, whatever. Fucking, my sister goes and drops off his cat. He immediately shows her pictures. Look what happened to me. Look what happened to me. I swear, he's a fucking woman. He's got a succubus on him that's so disgusting. It turns him into a woman, a 12-year-old fucking little girl. Look what happened to me. Look what happened to me. I'm 150 stitches. I'm in so much pain. Oh. And my sister's like, here's your fucking cat. Go away. So then this guy looked it up at work. He actually got axed in the back by somebody twice. So he's got this huge fucking gash in his back from this person axing him. Okay. Literally took a fucking hatchet and axed him in the back. Okay. And slashed both of his tires. And I was like, and then he came over. He said he was going to fix my balcony door. Instead, he decides to lie about having a custom door made for 3 weeks. And then the door just magically didn't show up. But then it actually wasn't done because then he told the truth. So he goes to seal it up or whatever for the winter. Because now I'm paying for a balcony that I don't even get to use. So I'm like, go fuck yourself. That's fucking ridiculous. You need to take that off my rent because I'm paying for that. And I don't even get a fucking balcony. That's stupid. Fucking he hit himself in the face with a hammer right below his right eye. I have watched this motherfucker get karma hit directly to him because of what he's done to my sister and I. And then I watched that fucking kid not give me my $20 back. He got punched in the face an hour later, right in front of my boss, who finally saw his true colors, how this motherfucker walks around our city threatening people. And you want to keep him in here? I don't think so. Like, that's ridiculous. I won't serve him then. Oh, Whitney won't serve me. She fucking demasculated me. She came up and she asked me for $20. What a fuck. I don't fucking need to pay that back. She fucked up the bill. Like, honestly, these little boys that are acting like women when they're in their 40s and 50s, they are the ones that are troubling your life because they won't grow up. Okay, they constantly make excuses about everything in their life. It's never their fault about anything. It's always somebody else's fault for everything that goes wrong in their life, which is bullshit, right? Anybody that can't take responsibility for what they did, you look at them and you go, that's fucking weak, and you walk away. That's a coward. I've had to tell him 1,400 different times that he is responsible for this house. I am not. Right? When you rent, you're not responsible for something. When you're at work, if you don't own that place, you are not responsible for it. The boss is responsible. The people who own the place are responsible. People have to learn what their responsibility is and what goes on the employee. Right? Because this narcissist, okay, for one, look, oh my God, look's on the bottom of the deck. I told you, this person is trying to fuck with your work. Okay, they're trying to fuck with you. They're trying to gaslight you. They're trying to get it to change. They want the oldies back. They want somebody else back in the position. They don't want you there anymore because they don't like you. Well, guess what? And I told this to my sister too. I was like, when you get a job, okay, because I'm in this boat right now, you need to work your fucking ass off. Because these new generational kids that are just sitting there at work with their fucking phones in their hands and they're not doing anything. I come from a world where you can lean, you can clean. Okay? Because ain't nobody got time in a fucking place to sit there and lean. Right? You've got other things to do. It's a fucking industry. You've got to get cleaning. There's always something to do. Reorganizing. Or like, so much of it to do is cleaning. Like, so many establishments are so dirty. Like, fucking wipe the walls off, for heaven's sakes. Like, you're telling me you don't have anything to do? And it's like, that's what this person didn't anticipate, was how hard of a work ethic you have. Right? Because if you've got a strong work ethic, nobody's going to get you fired. Right? You just make sure that they don't get under your skin, where all of a sudden you turn on your boss, or you turn on your fucking landlord, or you turn on somebody. You've got to make sure that you're in the right. Right? Because so many people want to yank your chain, man. They want to get you going. They want to get you pissed off. They want to get you fucking all fired up. So then you go out and make a mistake. That's what the thing is. That's what they want. They want you to fuck up. They just want to set you up so you're pissed off enough that you fuck it up on your own. Okay? And that's why this person is such a narcissist, because that's how they're trying to do it. They're trying to play it like you're going to end up hurting yourself. When if you hurt yourself, that's on you. Why does this person care? This person's using, they're using your wounds, right? They're using your past. They've gotten under you so then they can get past you. So they can conquer you. So, anyways, Pisces, this is why I came through Pisces, because Pisces are the fish, right? Pisces are the two energies that are kind of staring at each other. And I feel like this energy is staring at you, and it's trying to mock you, and it's trying to mirror you, and it's trying to do what you're doing. And by doing that, it has to get you out of the way so nobody notices that they're slowly turning into you. Like, this person is fucking obsessed. They're obsessed. And you know, when stuff like this happens, this is the time where this person gets burnt out. Right? Where they've met their match. They've met their match with you, and they're not going to be able to do what they can do because now you've identified it. If you know the person that I'm talking about, then you've identified the problem in your life, which means you're fucking way ahead of the game than they are. They think that they can still pull old fucking recipes and old spells out of their ass that you've conquered, that you know about. You can't pull a spell out of your ass when I already know. Oh, am I getting sick again? Okay, so you put another sickness spell on me? Okay, so it's a spell. It's not what I'm cultivating for myself, and then you beat it. Right? Everything is magic, and everything is energy, and everything has so much to do with how pissed off people are and how they feel like they didn't, like they got ripped off, or it's not fair how your life is compared to their life. Like, they need to go fucking call their maker, and they need to go deal with their own fucking karma and stay the fuck away from you, because like I said, they have met their match, and their match beat them. It's that whole... Oh my God, it was that original boxer. And I forget what this boxer's name was. Back in the 80s, he was unstoppable. Nobody could beat him. And then all of a sudden, they won fight with Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad beat him and took over the championship. Took over the belt, right? It's like sometimes you're going to meet your match. Like, everybody's going to meet their match. They think that they're so powerful and they can hurt all these people. And then they fucking cross paths with you. And it's like, oh, I'm not even, oh my God, I just cut the deck to the 5 of Wands. Oh, of course, I'm not going to find it again. Oh, there it is right there. Oh no, well, I mean, it's kind of close. 7 of Wands. It's like, this is what you have to do to them. It's like, you have to poke back, you have to, oh, and look at, there's the Ace of Pentacles, for this seed. Like, somebody has to fight back, and they're not going to notice. They're not going to realize that you're the one that's going to fight back, because they're used to everybody bowing down to them and giving in to them. And you're like, never again. I think my sister's watching Goon. Oh my God. Okay. I got to get out there. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I really hope that this message resonates with somebody. I can already pick up similarities in my life, so I know it's definitely going to resonate with somebody. So always remember, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And thanks for subscribing and joining and liking and commenting and affirming and sending your emails. It's so absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. I love you all. This is such an amazing channel, and I can't wait for it to just keep growing and growing and growing. And if you want any personal readings, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. If not, just enjoy it. And God bless you all. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope you knock this narcissist off that fucking rocker. Later, Gators.